After securing victory in the Australian Open final earlier this year, Rafael Nadal became the most successful player in Grand Slam history ahead of his two rivals Roger Federer and Novak Djokovic. However, there is still one ultimate tennis stat that the Spaniard finds himself in third place behind his other two members of the sport's big three. Nadal, Djokovic and Federer have no doubt dominated the sport over the last 2 decades, with the trio often being the name at the top of the ATP World Rankings. However, their tenure ended last month as Daniil Medvedev broke the mold to become the world's best player. A fan on forum site Reddit pointed out that Medvedev jumped to the top of the world rankings after amassing just less than 9,000 ATP Tour points. The Russian's points total though is morphed by the Big Three's stats, who had all achieved over 15,000 each when making their move to the top of the world. A case is often made for all three of Nadal, Djokovic and Federer when it comes to discussing who is the greatest player of all time to take to the court. Following Nadal's recent triumph, many had put him at the top of the argument after becoming the most successful Grand Slam player of all time. However, the Spaniard finds himself behind both Djokovic and Federer when it comes to points amassed when at the top of the world rankings. As a result, the 35-year-old had stacked up 15,390 when moving to number 1, just over 500 less than second-place Federer. The man who comes out on top of tennis ultimate statistic is ex-world number 1 Djokovic, with the Serbian totaling up a mammoth 16,950 when heading the world rankings back in 2016. Djokovic spent a record 361 weeks as world number 1, before being replaced by Medvedev last month following his last 4 finish at February's Mexican Open. His dethroning at the top capped off a dismal start to 2022, following his omission and banning from the Australian Open. The Serbian was able to take to the court at February's Dubai Tennis Championship, however he was eliminated at the quarter-final stage, before losing out on his world number 1 ranking just days later. Since then Djokovic has been unable to mount a charge to reclaim the world number 1 spot, after being banned from competing in this month's Indian Wells Masters and the Miami Open once again due to his COVID-19 vaccination status. In spite of recent problems, the 20-time Grand Slam champion is set to make a long-awaited return to the ATP Tour next month, after being booked in to compete in April's Monte Carlo Masters in Monaco.